First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be taken down on the other side for 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. Richardson to throw. This throw right side pulled in by Pittman. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
On the check. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Mark down at the 6.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. On the handoff, it's Taylor. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Richardson operating from the pistol. Moving outside the pocket. And he's going to be swallowed up. Taken down. Sacked back at the 5.
So a sack is definitely not ideal, Mike, but the last thing you want to do down here on this part of the field is turn the ball over by forcing a play that's not there. So he sees time running out. He's got no choice but to eat the ball, but at least he can live to play another down.
Want to finish this opening drive with 6. So the decision is go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun, Richardson to the goal line and in. Touchdown. Touchdown Colts. His first touchdown of the new campaign. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown. That is a dream start for this offense.
Colts 7, Broncos nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a throw right side taken by Bryant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
On the give, this is Taylor. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll let one go down the middle. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Flush to his right. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play callers that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
They send Sutton in motion. Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Ingram. Back to throw is Nix. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working in the middle, that's Harvey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's going to be caught. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. Nick's gonna throw for it. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Here we go, here we go. Pat the 60, pat the 60.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Indianapolis.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Richardson going to look to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now a shot here, deep middle. And he'll take it on in. Mo Alley Cox. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Third down, they need 5. Throwing, Nick. And that is incomplete.
I'd say critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll throw. It's Nix. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have a Broncos first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Into space. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Trader now on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Mims set in motion here. On first down, here's Nix to throw. He will air this out, looking for Sutton. And the Colts are going to get the football at their own 23.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. On play action, Richardson headed left, buying time. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
This is one of those times, Mike, where you're actually better off just throwing the ball away. And yes, it's nice to get that reception, but it really just results in a wasted down.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Looking to throw. Richardson forced out to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready, ready, ready.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Stop low, 18. Ready.
On second down, Richardson moving to his right. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
Let's go.
Here's Richardson. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Big snap on first and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Second down at the 46-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. So after being unable to pick up the first down on third down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter four-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Throwing is Nix. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Bill Bucks to kick off for the Broncos.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Touch 18, Pioneer.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Ready, go.
Second and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 2. Ready, right.
From the gun, Richardson completing this one to Downs. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a third down and 4.
19 Lions. Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And it's a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
A first down throw for Nix. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, it's Nix. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. The play fake. Here's Nix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Next, from the gun, on third down. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
On fourth down, here's Nix, escaping the pressure right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is going to have the Broncos first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. On the ground, this is Harvey. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7. A run once more, that's Harvey. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Third and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Broncos first down.
To throw is Nix. He'll be forced outright. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this one past the 20 to the 21.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Get it! 79 Broncos!
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he's going to take this one all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Raider now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will extend this third quarter lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Hicks. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton, and that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down, or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Nix gonna throw for it. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is gonna be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Go! Gravity Lions! Ready,
Now toss play for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
So on 4th down, here comes Spencer Schrader for the Colts field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Colts add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here on 1st down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the 1st half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested. They've done a great job all day.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Throwing. Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
Turnover on down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. 60.
Now it's Taylor. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Bonito on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So, from the 37, here's second and 8.
Get up. Cowboy 80. Let go.
Out of shotgun. Richardson on the run to the right. Here's a deep shot for Pierce.
And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. And once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, Indianapolis.
That's good for a Colts.
On the jump.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Come on. Ready?
Fourth quarter commences. It's a run by Taylor.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
It is second and 9. They go right back to Taylor. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Third
19
and long.
tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70 Rangers. 70
Richardson operating from the pistol. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A 46-yard attempt.
This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw is Nix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll lead to a second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, He knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. That, not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Third and long, and here's Stidham. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. He's going to have a Broncos first down, and it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on fourth and long. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. That's caught once again by Ingram. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First down, Broncos.
Here's Nix to throw. Flush to his right, and Nix with a wise move there at the end, sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They send Sutton in motion. Nix now on first and 10. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The Michigan man, Woody Kay. He gets into drop him for his first sack of the young season. On third down, it's Stidham out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Let's go. Steady.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Tag. Exit Cardinal.
On second down, Richardson. So, 2 minutes to play. After this, they need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Looking to throw, Richardson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10. On play action, Richardson. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. A big gainer for Indianapolis. And even 50 yards. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Now Richardson. He's got his big tight end. Mo Alley-Cox. Touchdown Colts. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Here's Harvey. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 32 yards. Stidham going to throw on first down. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it. And that pass ball is incomplete. They try again. It's second and 10. Right on shotgun. It's Stidham. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Chad Muma. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done. Here comes second and 4. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter.